From the beach, they go into the square, which they cross going towards the house. Jesus is at the door caressing some children. The disciples and some curious people crowd round him asking, "Master, when did you come?" A few minutes ago. Jesus' countenance is still as majestically solemn, somewhat ecstatic, as when he has been engrossed in prayer for a long time. "Have you been praying, Master?" asks Stephen in a low voice out of respect, and for the same reason he has stooped. "Yes, I have." "What makes you understand that, my son?" asks Jesus, laying his hand on the disciple's dark hair with a kind caress. "Your angelical face. I'm a poor man, but the expression of your face is so clear that one can read on it the emotions and deeds of your spirit. Yours also is clear. You are one of those who remain children." "And what is there on my face, Lord?" "Come aside, and I will tell you." And Jesus takes him by the wrist and leads him into a dark corridor. Charity, faith, purity, generosity, wisdom. God gave them to you, and you have improved them, and you will do so even more in future. Finally, in accordance with your name, you have a crown. It is of pure gold, with a large gem glittering in front. On the gold and on the gem, there are two expressions engraved: predestination and early fruit. Be worthy of your destiny, Stephen. Go in peace, with my blessing. And once again, he rests his hand on Stephen's dark hair, while he kneels down and bends to kiss his feet. I can't help but pause again, because here we see something of Stephen that we don't normally see, because all we've got really is a little bit of information about him in the Acts of the Apostles, the stoning of Stephen, and we celebrate, of course, this first Christian martyr, St. Stephen's Day, the Feast of Stephen, known in the Protestant world, or in the English Protestant world anyway, as Boxing Day. Far better to call it St. Stephen's Day. I know that's a beautiful hymn, Good King Wenceslas. Don't say that when you're drunk. Jesus stating those words, predestination and early fruit. So we know that God had planned from the beginning. I think it's in St. Paul's letter to the Romans, chapter 8, where he speaks about predestination. We have free will, but there's predestination. They interact in a way which we cannot fully understand. In fact, St. Thomas Aquinas wrote on predestination, of course, like many other subjects, and Reverend Garrigou-Lagrange wrote a book called Predestination, which looks at the writings of Thomas and others and the possible solutions between the question of free will and yet predestination. In the end, it's a mystery, but it's a reality, even though it's a mystery. And Stephen, Jesus is seeing there, as we know now, Stephen going to his martyrdom. And he's the first Christian martyr, so he's the early fruit.